That was terrible. Yeah, if you weren't able to elevate or anything from that last video where what I said at the very end was like just it was kind of for shock value, but it's actually a serious thing. It's very serious. Babes, if you know the story about Lilith, you know you like your Bible. And okay, so everybody has demonized this person, but everything has been reversed on you. So now you think that we're talking about atoms, Adam and Eve? No, never is the truth going to come in the form of any people or person that's antichrist. In fact, if that person says that they are the truth that you will experience and you must gaze upon me in order to know it, that person is antichrist. In fact, you have atoms here. A stands for atom. This structure right here, in fact, it's a structure. It is the main frame, not of the human brain, but of the mind of God. Yes, indeed, we're learning something now. I like putting that R up to show you the ram, honey. Yeah, the ram. We have Aries. We are the sheep. Sorry, you know me, right? This is this nothing but a celebration, y'all. Kidding around. You bet. You bet. Oh, Satan hates it. The enemy is you got to do this clear up to the last step of the courthouse. Um, no, you're not overdoing it. See, what you want to do is you get past that. See, you know that you're with the enemy there. The enemy is they use gunpowder for the answer. That's your shamanic guide. Back to Aries here. I'm a 6 degrees Aries, by the way. Hello, 6. I would have just said sex because there's Aries there, Mars ruled, and Mars rules sex, babes. Men like it, by the way. But this is the thing. I said men. It's weird how I said it like that. Well, here's the secret, though. You think men like it, huh? Guess how much women like it. See, it's not well known, and there's information that I can tell you that is well known, but they've hidden it. I don't know how long, but it's see. Why would I know it? Um, if it was hidden way, way, like so far ago that we lost it. No, I think that something has been mangling real information, and I'm noticing. Well, of course, I know it because my mom knew it because their mom's mom knew it. And this isn't anything that you're going to learn at school, kids. And Amanda's certainly not going to tell you what's up with the woman's side of things, babes. But no, I'm not saying that anything. Okay, so anyway, God, anyway, um, babes, women, sex is her place. Her sexuality is the most valuable thing that she has in her of hers. The most valuable thing that she possesses, that she would choose to possess. No, it's the most valuable thing. Sex is her place. See, the man knows that there's a place he wants to go. And okay, now I was talking about, sorry, here's Aries, you motherfucker. Sorry, sorry, it's terrible. See, I'm being abused. So I'm elevating. And no, but this is real. See, you need to get away from the toxic people out there that are non humans, that don't know how to have a good time. It's a very, very serious subject matter. The plague, what, why, why? Now, if you think that there's a reason to protest, is there something going on with your water? Do you think it's ridiculous that you're always having to buy plastic bottles? Do you not have to buy plastic bottles? Do you share with people what you're doing? As far as that's concerned, I mean, did you really manage to get a drinkable glass of water? Did you? See, I make my water that much more drinkable, and call me crazy, but no, you have to do this, otherwise, you won't make it very far with your age or anything here. Even if it's, see, especially if, now see, you're not here to run the gauntlet. You're here to wake up and start helping something here. There's a condition that you're in, probably most likely, right? That, okay, so Did you know it's not your fault? Christ Jesus was here to try to tell you with a big mark on the judicial system over there. There is, if anything, babes, there is a record. And it's curious to know that they set the clocks back to zero. Why? Aries. I'm trying to show you how cool the word Aries is. You know, it has the word are in it, and it has the word is in it. Why? Because they are the I am. I'm sorry, but it's the A. It's the A we're talking about, which is atoms. Atoms. It's not Adam. No, it's not a man. It's atom, babes. You're learning. Okay, so what's the big deal there? Atom and I, they're in tandem together, babes. You are hooked up to what is called a plasmatic field. You've heard about plasma, right? Yeah. You hear about plasma. That dude, Stefan Burns, he does he likes to talk about plasma. He's like, you know what? We need to get plasma back on the charts. They don't even talk about it. Why? Well, because there's fake science out there, and now you're just gonna have social media is gonna socialize only by way of looking into the truth. Otherwise, you're just and it's just another pacifier handed out by the government. Well, fuck off, assholes. We're going to fucking learn something. First of all, what I'm showing you ultimately can get you, sing it, $333 trillion. $333 trillion. $333 trillion. Yes, 333. Oh. See, here's the thing about that, babe, is that you don't know it's not about the money that we're talking about, babe. It's about your freedom. Now, getting back to sexuality, how it's the most important thing to a woman. That's who she is. Why? Well, a human civilization come out of it. But now, when I was talking about something really important, sorry, I'm going on a blank now. This is not cool. These people are turning my brains into mush. I'm going to have to report it. I'm going to go straight to the courthouse to report it, saying, no, these are the injuries I'm sustaining. If you want to take a little bit more time, I will prove to you how I know. See, I just haven't gone to a therapist yet. I am believe this or not, I'm a kind of therapist myself. Um, I do help people up close and personally. Um, they don't know the depth of the help that I'm providing. Now, this is a weird video, right? It might even sound like I'm narcissistic, but it's like, no, my grandma knows me. I'm sorry, that sounds narcissistic too, right? Okay, this is the part where I remember in my last video, did I edit this? If I didn't, boy, isn't this daring. Um, I'm gonna ask. See, I've been asking people, and if this doesn't happen to me, you know what? I'm kind of excited about moving out of the country because there isn't any reason for me to tether onto any bullshit around here. As far as the ecology that looks human, that looks safe for me, that it looks human. I didn't. It doesn't. There isn't much that says it looks safe. We're not doing looks after a while. We're feeling the vibe, man. And it's not just. It's not exactly, not at all, really, a surface thing. It's not the temporary, just flash. It's over time you begin to it dawns on you that you gotta pick up and you gotta move. Okay, so I'm gonna be telling my story to the courthouse about me particularly. I can't um, do myself the injustice of accurately just trying to give them a point of view that is very accurate. It's just statements I'll be making in front of 12 people, hopefully, and I will be able to just the whole point is to get my side of the story, which is the truth, heard. Yeah. Um, because I've been fairly I've been mistreated. I've been treated unfairly. Sorry. Oh, I am. What happened today, May 24th, is just more of the abuse these people think that they need to do with me. And they don't know that they're making themselves look bad ultimately. Because there's a movement to try and like rubber eyes and look past this obvious game that they're playing. It's an obvious. See, what isn't obvious is that do you know that you can take it really high into court, something that petty, but see if you can afford to. You can. See, I can't afford to do it, but somehow I'm affording to do it. Somehow it's just I'm making it. I'm not doing everything that I'm supposed to do, and neither are you, man. You're supposed to go there and blow up a petty issue when you know for sure that, oh, these people are petty. Uh, they're not really living right. It's like put your foot down. See, this is a put my foot down type of thing here. It's like, wait a minute. It's been so much time, and it's not isolated incident here. No, in fact, it was really actually a cosmic time. It was the global time. It's the time of our lives. It's time. It was time to just start talking. I don't know. No, you start saying, ooh, no, don't do that. That was bad. Yes, it is. I agree. No, we should not have that. Okay, move it back. And now you're doing like a collective quality of life. And boy, hit like and subscribe if you can appreciate what I'm radiating in this particular segment of the Ruby Red Shirt Show. Um, um, Yeah, so I fix a couple things. They're good for you, but there's a different way to fix up your neighbor over there. You don't throw bombs at them. Maybe just, you can make somebody proud. I don't know. Who are you making proud? That's the thing. You go to court and you're like, who are you swearing into? Here's what's really dangerous, and I know it, babe. See, is that you're swearing into a criminal justice system. Nobody ever questioned that language. And you have to now. You have to be funny about it, please. If you can, you would, right? You would. But see, everybody's vibrational frequency is systematically lowered because that's the way Satan likes it. That's the way businesses are capitalizing on all of it. You wouldn't go to half the shit that you're doing if you felt better with a vibrational frequency on high. That how do you do it? How do you do that, Shauna? Well, you get into the body. I already told you that. But see, everybody has, you feel joy. You reach for what authentically gives you joy. You have to be free enough. See, that's what I missed. As well as your sexuality, thank God I remembered. It's your freedom that is more valuable than anything else. It's more valuable than your sexuality. Yeah, if you think about it, think with me. If you didn't have freedom, then how would you even do anything good with the sex? And I didn't just say, you need to stick a bicycle up your ass. No, but I would love to do that. Yeah, just give me my Harley Davidson. I'll get that. Will you fucking assholes next door leave me alone? You're ridiculous. See, I'm being transparent, and most likely you're not. You're doing a lot of lying. You're concealed over there, and it's like, are you gonna crawl out of your hole? Yeah, you are. See, you thought that you were doing that to me, but it's like you don't even know who I am. And I didn't say that like a narcissist. None of this is like that. This is different. This is more like I know who I am. I went through a spell. A lot of us did. If you haven't noticed, fucking you stupid assholes. Why don't you talk about it? That was weird. COVID-19 announcement. A lot of people see that had to succumb, that they actually got sick and they got something. A lot of people say, no, I got it, Shauna, and it's real. It's like, okay, sure. But yeah, no, I didn't say that the flu wasn't real. COVID-19, that's what that is. COVID is a flu. And when they announced to me, personally, when I hear it and I keep my ear out and I started listening, okay, what do we do? They said, oh, don't worry, it dies when it's over 80 degrees. It dies when it hits water. And so during the time that it was announced, it was raining, having tropical storms and stuff. I said, oh, well, it's dead. That's just the nature of viruses. It doesn't transmit through, you have to eat. It's a virus that you have to ingest it some other way, particularly an injection, having the wrong kind of sex. Now, we're talking about a virus. We're not talking about a simple fucking. Now, see, I don't know much, but no, see, yeah, flu virus. I don't know, babes. Babe, it's man made. It's all man made. All of it. And you are susceptible to every single illness if you don't choose a high vibrational frequency life. And that is maintained by a complex amount of things that could be something that it's just started happening early. You began to notice that the food wasn't healthy for you, and somehow you changed your diet. In fact, you learned fasting. You're you're handling a higher learning tool that maintains your both the hemispheres of your brain to the point where that's a healthy thing to do. I love the word hemispheres. Him. This is your pronunciation. I trip out on that. I'm like, why do they say what's your pronoun? I have to like look it up and say, okay, what does pronoun mean? And now it's a very weird way that they like the phone series will tell you whatever tells you the sorry, I'm dealing with being abused. It causes brain damage. They've been doing it for a while, and what I'm doing is exercising. It's difficult. You couldn't do this. He is her hemis. No, you wouldn't be able to survive what I've been doing, especially since they, it's like, well, don't worry. I'm seeking justice, and the cosmos says that I'm gonna be shockingly successful. I never wanted to do any of this. I understand that now they're probably spying on me, and this is the truth for everybody. As far as if you've gotten to like know me, if you are doing horrible essential work, or you're not doing essential work only. Well, I don't know. According to what boss are you working for? If you're a narcissist, your essential work is to point out everything wrong about my mood and how I ask for help or anything. See, see, the saying goes like this: watch out for when people show up and pipe up. Like, are you like you're fucking just shining for like 33 days or whatever, and then now you fall down, and then somebody pipes up and says, well, and they want to talk to you about your hard time, and it's like, you know what, you fucking loosh gathering, I don't know what you are. There's a part of this is an Aries thing, and this is the part of the organism that is healthy as hell. And we do not like the fucking pity party. We listen to that. We say, no, you're chiming in. Now you're making yourself presence. You're making yourself presence that you're available to me at the wrong time. Is that all that you know, right? As what? Just narcissistic personality. And you're not really getting close to us for any reason but you want to pull us down to your level, which is this thing where you're there to save us, huh? When we're down, we're having a hard time. We don't want to hear from you, babe. This is the thing: is some Aries people see it's like some people wake up like this, when they're down and really they're just gonna they're gonna wake up. Watch out, man. Some people wake up like this. If you're right there acting like that you care, watch out. You're gonna get a punch in the face. You couldn't even raise up. Now, if we're gonna stand up, you're not gonna be on our level. Here's what happens: is that what I mean is like this. When it's time for us to get better, when sometimes it's just a season, and any astrologer will tell you, no, you're going to go through a season that's going to show you a certain aspect of yourself and other people. It's not going to be easy. You're going to probably see the worst of humanity flashing in front of your face. It's not going to be so easy for you anymore. And it's going to be difficult to reach out for help. You won't get it, right? Stuff like that. Something like that. But here's the good news about it, babes. You look at your astrology. I mean, if you weren't born with it, but then again, even if you were, babes, your chart moves a little bit. It does, and you can get away from your wretched Venus square Neptune or Venus square Saturn. But you'll go through seasons where Neptune is squaring your Venus or opposing your Venus. The opposition is worse. I know it is. It's very unique. Next to the conjunction is just as it's like, whoa, really? That planet conjuncting a planet, you're chosen to have that one. So anyway, I went through, on top of, see, people, we go through it collectively too. So over the last 5 years, I went through something that now, okay, collectively, I'm humanity. I'm speaking for us all. we are starting to wake up now. We're starting to go brush ourselves off, and it's a generational value. We see that we suspect that, and if you don't like all this talking, get the fuck off my page. You cannot stop it. I am here to pump fucking information into your heads. How can you miss it except for that you are just slow? Go somewhere else, SpongeBob. I'm here for people, my generation, who you're playing video games and you know how to like, you know how to just like relax and just, okay, get into the movement. And now you take this into your waking world. Really, it's kind of like a simulator to the real world in which, yes, a lot of people will say it's like a video game. Oh, I'm telling you, it's definitely a video game. Have you noticed that I'm on a goddamn video here and that you're supposed to communicate about something very important? I was trying to show you, and I didn't even finish it, did I? Well, I'll finish it right now. You have lowercase base waist. That's what the E, there's a lowercase e, you know that, and then here's an uppercase E. Do you see the difference there, you narcissist? Not for you. You have to stretch your brain a little bit. You mean you're using both upper and lower cases? Well, I think that's illegal. And some you will be surprised where it's like, so why is that illegal? Why? Not popular yet, not dangerous yet, kind of a thing. See, why? Because he is her. See, that's a very accurate statement in and of itself, but really it's actually, it's the ultimate truth. It's kind of like thing, like there's an absolute, like no, um, okay, I'm gonna explain this. Might take a while, and if it cuts out, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep repeating it. I might refine it so that I can tell a 5-minute story that it's not easy because it's repressed. It's actually very controversial because you can get killed as a woman um, that tries to be all she could be and tries to live all she can live and see. So what it is okay. So the man, this is the truth though. See, it's lost to the West. You can find it in India or something like that, which those people are very smart. They have signs of their statues and stuff says that we are definitely from outer space. We have technology is way beyond. Why have we lost everything? Well, we've lost something. Not only okay, so you can trace it back to the fact that the woman's world is being trashed by something. It's not men. No, there's a hijacking going on, you guys. There's interdimensional beings, and the fourth dimensional beings are trapped. They're parasitical. See, now if my spies and people, you're just really misinformed. You're voting for presidents and stuff like that, or whatever you're doing there. This is more interesting, by the way. And you watch that sci-fi, but then you look at something like me and you say, no, that person's crazy. Your sci-fi films are kind of based on the truth. A lot of people know that. But what we can start exposing that no, yes, we have. Sorry, I said no. Yes, I hate that too. It's a form of brain damage. It's showing it's not my fault. I'm gonna have to report this. That yeah, they're causing me brain damage. I am not usually this dumb shit. I am desperately trying to get back to a decent conversation, right? See, when you can't talk to people, you kind of act out in a certain way. It takes you away from yourself too when you're not being heard and everything like that. So we'll get back to that. See, I was thinking about seeking therapy in my area, but I don't want to do it in this area. I would like to go in the area that I think that is sane enough to do it. So anyway, people don't know any better than you. Um, you. If you're see people that seek to go get therapy, most likely that they're not really sick. See, sick people won't seek it. They don't want to even talk to anybody. They're bullies. Their conversation is very okay, never mind, okay? It's not fluid. It's black and white. It's not alive. It's fake. It's like, okay, so when is the person going to show up? Well, there's nobody there. That's why I'm going to mention it again. David Edes. Catch all his fucking talks. He's a very, very impressive to me. But what I know is that, no, this person's an awakened person. So I was trying to tell you, a man. See, this is, first of all, you need to understand this is not a complete equation here. Right there. It's not. This is. This is. Why? Because both are there as one. Do you like how I'm drawing for you without looking? Soon you'll get to know me. I'm kind of interesting, even to me. As much as that you can get into self-loathing, um, just because you don't live up to your potential. Maybe you think that or something. And nobody does here. Not in this world. Babes, forget it. The best you can do is learn this and then take it to the courthouse and say, did you know that that he isn't she? Be fun with it. This is whole. You know, that's the real. That's one. See, you can't even have. Um, I don't know. There's two. I'm sorry. There's two, right? Two is two. Two means all. I guess so. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. Just did I edit this? Good for me. Um, I was going to explain to you the evolutionary track of man. Man. He. He wants position of power. He wants power. He wants control. He wants to be important, right? He wants to be intelligent. He wants to be, though, he wants power. It's a hunger in this lifetime, is what I explain. While he's just a man. See, I say just because, see, whoa, man. Now, that's a complete thing there. See, this is not whole, it's half. See, he wants to strive to be the leader. And okay, so now, okay, pardon me while um, I'm under stress and I'm trying to. This is the timely thing to do. You have to just press this information out because um, the stress that is happening, in fact, it's connected to it is connected to this fucking stuff that say okay, if we knew this, a lot of the world would change the way it is, especially the stress driven crap. Getting back to those fourth dimensional beings over there that work for something that it seems powerful, but I'm here to tell you it's not. It's a fucking parasitical thing, and it's not even here in this dimension. See, parasite means parasite. Please do some math with me. Think a little bit for me, please. Anyway, the evolutionary track that a man, see, he wants power. See, he has to go through the woman, and he does that. Okay, so it's like this thing that he has to reincarnate, right? And so they have to have sex to do this. Okay, so the woman, is this the same video I was trying to tell you how it's her place. Sex is, it's not his. He he's he's really quick. He needs to be put in his body and brought. What, see, the body is home. That's what the Buddhists call it. You go home by way of getting into your breath, which is just the baby, basically, is you're getting into your body. And you have to put the boy in his body. That's what the woman needs to do. She does that very effortlessly if she's in her natural born intentional state, like who she really is, how she learns from her mother, how she's completely intact. She's a whole being. See, oh man, this is another fucking 6-hour seminar. I, really, what I just said there is that I would love to explain to you everything that I know because because this is what's been sticking out to me. I've been getting downloads about this. Um, it's weird how my brain can fucking it has this capacity. It sees it. It's really frustrating to know how much time that it would take to really finally articulate what point I'm trying to make. And So this is where I'll continue to try to just make you see that there's a ladder. Boy, sorry, this is capitalized O. You don't recognize that. Okay, so there's a ladder that, okay, you kind of hear it out there in in the corporate world, right, where they're talking about the ladder of success, the ladder of sexes, the ladder of success, sexes or sexes. Anyway, so you got to put the boy in the body. See, the body is home. You want to find birds and words. That's when you put the vowels down, and it's okay. And in fact, that's when you're having fun, people. Did you notice the word me and the word home? Did you notice that in the caps? If you can't notice it, like if you can't notice the difference between, okay, sorry about this M. Really, it gets this intricate, and you have to. You have to. Well, this is because a human being is perfect like this. And then, see, what you want to do is you want to interface to AI to finally make it prove that it can recognize that there's a human here. See, it makes you prove that you're not a robot. But see, you have to make it prove that it can recognize now that what a human being is up to. And why? Because you want to stay in access to the money somehow, some way. Now, I'm going to get downloads that'll make far more sense than what I sound like now. I'm not a hustler either. It's just, oh, it just wants money. Sorry, make sure that there's a pointy M for the capitalization, and then a lot of times the lowercase W is just like that. Well, but in fact, the W's on your typewriter, they are small wave and then big wave. In fact, that's what that represents, wave. Yeah. Those are waves. So is the M, but it's more grounded as matter. Yeah. And I know I was trying to talk about Lily in the beginning, and I thought that I would tell you about that story about how that woman, she was casted out because she was practicing the making the place of sex safe. And now let me get back to the evolutionary ladder that the man is required spiritually. This is not known, but interdimensionally it is. Intergalactically, I mean, this is just the human fact. Okay, but see, we have something going on here. In fact, this planet Earth is quarantined because of how discombobulated, violent it is. Somehow, for some reason, I think men have a hunger for violence, and I'm sorry I called them men. Those aren't men yet, babes. There is a naked pygmy waiting for the dawn here, apparently, and it is not qualifying as being even human. The word human has the word man in it, right? Which sorry about that, you. It's very questionable. Somebody could have slurred it. Of course, we know that. Do you know that um, trillionaires are paying millionaires and billionaires to say things wrong and spell things wrong? For sure. Yeah. Watch out for that. Could send the trajectory of mankind off into spinning into, ooh, God, where it is now. And can it get worse? Fuck. We don't want to know. But getting back to his evolutionary process that is ancient, it's actually timeless. It's so like it's just the righteous way. See, he wants power, he wants control. In fact, he wants to be able to have kids too, right? It's women that have kids here. Men can't. Don't kill the messenger. So he's got to climb this ladder. called it's called Make Her Happy. Sorry. It's called she who gives a fuck, right? He can go skydiving. She goes scuba gear diving. He can build a cheesy house. She can build the same cheesy house. Maybe it's like more accommodating to him. He's like, well, how come I like it better here? Well, we'll get to that story later. And it doesn't matter though. See, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, anything he can do, she can do better, and vice versa. Who? Yes, I can't. Yes, you can. Blah blah blah. Who cares? They're gonna do it. They do it, and fuck it. Who cares? But you've heard the story, right? But somebody wants something from somebody. And I beg to listen, to ask a woman, if at all she is stoked about her choice right now, living in bondage with a man, if you had kids, what do you think? You know, are you satisfied with your ability to be able, did you do enough, were you be able to do enough quality control anywhere at all to where you're saying, yep, this is the satisfaction factory vibration love of my life? Or was it kind of like, how do you like your partner? I don't know, just a comment section about, I'm doing fine, bitch, shut up. I doubt it. There's a major problem right now. There's a Mars squaring Pluto, and then we have Venus squaring Neptune. Venus is having to sort out some real, I guess occupational hazard. Really, she's having to access her higher octave of love, which is Neptune. See, it's a Venus square Neptune, and she's having to really say, no, look, no, it's she's getting blindsided by the truth of that. There's higher octave of love, and here I am taking part in it with us, babes. Did you know that a man, um, he, I hate to put it like this, but see, a woman's body is designed like, just like the law of attraction, when they tell you, like, please donate money, this is difficult, I'm going through a hard time right now. You've seen this before. But this is informative. I'm not going crazy here. No, this is just high-minded stuff to where if I can do this brain surgery, then tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll be that much more stronger. In fact, even though that I'm being attacked and people think that they're one-upping on me, and it's like, oops, watch out, because do you know that you can start to make yourself look bad because you're stupid? That's pretty much it. Narcissists are pretty fucking stupid. Yep, yeah. There's where it's possible to just forgive these people. Did you know that? Did you know that you cannot hold a single narcissist responsible for any of however bad it gets with them? First of all, there's nobody really there, so who are you going to hold responsible? That's what, if you know what I mean, hit like and subscribe. It is the most weirdest feeling. They make you fucking pick your own fucking brain and everything, and you better. You can't take anything to them, and see, of course, you cannot take anything to society. No, I'm sorry. Let me get back to it. I'm sorry if it cuts out. But I've tried to tell you this before, and I would love to be able to tell you it in 5 minutes, so that you can relay it, so that your 5-year-old can relay it back to you. Anyway, sorry about my demeanor. No, really, I know what it is. I'm in. I'm kind of. I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying to heal myself. I'm around people that will never ever allow anybody to heal. Not, not me. I'm a healer, by the way, and they don't like it. No, and see, they have the advantage of just having the world say, the backing, say, well, here comes the fire department now. Prove to me that you're a healer. It's like, oh God, you guys, it's not like that. Well, prove to me that you're a bunch of men. I don't know. Sorry. Prove to me that that's a man over there. Back to the man's fucking. Okay, so after a while you think about it, it's like, okay, no, it's not. See, he's not conscious. If when after they're done skydiving and she's out of the balloon and he gets out of the scuba boat and she stops sewing and all the stuff they can do and they do better, and yes I can, yes you can, and who gives a fuck? There is a time when somebody wants something. Now who wants what? I think the story goes in the Garden of Eden that the man thinks he wants something. And then, the story goes, she goes, oh yeah, okay, well then go down, dude. Let's see what you, I'll show you what you want. You want to have fun. You want to do it right. You want to hit the nail on the head. You want to be happy. You want to have experience joy. See, joy is the key. See, her body teaches him the law of attraction naturally. I'm pretty sure I dialed in that, Abraham Hicks and or Esther Hicks, um, she's a channel, and she Esther channels Abraham, and this person, I laugh at it because I never had to learn this, but see, it's possible to fucking dip down away from the universal way that it works, or your womanhood, I don't know what it is, and then you'll have to relearn it. You'll have to literally go, wait a minute, how was I doing this? This is serious because these people are trying to hold me down, and now I need to, or something is trying to hold you down, whatever it is. You can't always blame people, but in fact you can, though. And you can also blame your environment. I mean, you can't always, but in fact you can. See, so just know that it's not always just black and white like people have always tried to talk about. Now, back to the philosophy of the woman's body, who naturally teaches the law of attraction, which says joy is the key. When you're doing it right, that means when you're doing it right, you experience joy. It feels good. Keep doing it. She says, milk it, milk it, milk it. That's the word she uses. But see, you apply this to anything and everything. I know this because I'm a musician. And to me, it's like, oh, people had to like actually learn this, how to live. It's called doing essential work only, really. Yeah, yeah. No, she says, focus on what worked, never focus on what doesn't work. Do what is possible. Don't do what's impossible. Stay with what works for you. She does mention spiral, expand. If it starts to feel bad, you're most likely doing it wrong. Stop. Joy is the key, though. So you want to maintain joy because you want to get what you want. She talks about, oh, it's just so easy to get $1 million, or you want to go on a cruise, or whatever you want, you can get it. No, that's the way it is. But see, that's the woman's world. See, now, you guys, this is why this is going to take a long time, to explain some things, but to just try to encapsulate it and say, because of the natural design of the woman, the way that she's born naturally, the way she is, uh, okay, the man reincarnates as the woman if he learns how to please her. Like it, okay, so here's how they describe it. Sorry, I've tried to describe it before, and it's taken a long time. I don't know why, but it's difficult to explain this, to not sound biased, to not sound any way, but just the scientific facts. Now I feel like, if I ever had a feeling that I was Krishnamurti, just sitting on the hand saying, no, it's just a conversation. Do you think there's a possibility that going through the woman is a good idea to get a human civilization? Okay, so I've talked about how that she has to do quality control right at the spigot, right at the spigot. It's very vital. She has to communicate after a while. She has to kind of take a beating first, but she's like, we're going to work on this because I want this to work, basically, right? And she has to. She does. Naturally, she will. If she's a natural born woman, that's the way she's going to do. And the sad thing, ladies and gentlemen, is we don't have a natural order of things happening. We have men that aren't skilled, and we have women that aren't really caring if they're skilled, and then they're reproducing over it, and then we're getting a bunch of dumb people. That's basically it. Now, let's get back to his evolutionary process. Like, if he really wants power and he really wants true intelligence and all of that, like even kids, he has to go through the woman. He has to learn how to. Here's what they describe, and it's hard to describe it. He has to want to be the smile on her face. I'm getting dim right now because I see this is another 3-hour video. See, there's a 3-hour section where I'll explain to you. Here's what goes on and why you want to remove not only the little boy from the mother, but away from his sisters, any age, particularly the big sisters, especially if they're just a couple years older, but even younger, though. See, the thing that happens is that the boy, he begins to pick up on the superior position of his sister and mother, mainly, but the sister thing and the sibling thing. Being around little boys and little girls really shouldn't mingle because it's dangerous for the little boy. He can pick up really early that he's around intelligences that are superior to him. What I mean is, it's hard to not sound biased. This is science, what I'm talking about. She's born with everything she needs to know because she's downloaded from her mother. She's learning it in the womb. She does not need to learn anything outside of her experience of having been downloaded, and then the very birth part too she's learning, and then everything. She's learning everything. She's intact. By the time she's 2.5 or 3 years old, she's perfectly intact who she will be and what she will need to learn intellectually to carry on for the rest of her life. And I didn't just say that, oh, it's very simple and blah, blah. No, she's a very complex human being. And it's ever expanding. It's about her body. Yeah, it's about listening, all this stuff that is just so different than, okay, the man, see, he's not born to his intelligence. He's not born from he's born from the woman. He's not born from the man. He has to seek his own intelligence out there, babes. He is extremely insecure naturally, therefore. He picks up on his sisters as being just so with it. Why are they all of a sudden, they just, oh man, they are doing stuff with their hands and they're very interactive and they're going, and it's important. And the man, if he's not, if he is not like literally almost violently pushed, particularly by the mother, as early as possible, into the man's world. If there isn't a man's world formed out there, how would they be? Well, I was talking about uh, Adam. I don't know about that, babes, but let's talk about men, that the possible kind of talk that they would do. I've talked about this before. See, they would let their boys know by talking in the roundabout way. There's either jock talk, which is bullshit, or there's the real mechanical, hey, now this is the way you do it, boy. Now, see, now when you go down on her, you got to keep her happy. See, first of all, you get her what she needs. See, they talk about how to please the woman. Why? Why? Well, see, a lot of people in the West probably forgot why. I'm trying to tell you why, as a man, you want to achieve the ability to want to be that woman underneath you, if that's the way you're doing it, or however, above, you want. See, this is the problem, how that a man doesn't want to be the woman, not because she's weak, but because of how he treats her. And he doesn't even know it. He's a bit psycho-homosexual if he doesn't pull up into some field of information that leads him into uh, the natural order of things, clear down to, no, you don't get off on each other and how you hold each other together with your money and then you treat women like shit. No, you break off away from there. So you get to the society of men who are talking about how, now getting back to, God, this fucking video, um, Lilith, the story of Lilith. Lilith is the woman that was kicked out, and then you're left with Eve, who, it's really actually bullshit. Lilith was like a light or something, right? Almost like, so, but she just um practiced the making the place of sex safe, and everybody knows it. Just look at it, and but so that's the way that, see, a man's evolutionary process in the universe is to, like I say, like if there was a goal, like, okay, let's get back to the terminology, success, climbing the ladder of success, or is it sexes? I mean, if you get it wrong, you can go to success over there. Look at that metropolis, and with the stunted society that has no idea what I just said right now. I don't even know if I said it right. Did I get my point across? That this is a fact. It's an evolutionary spiritual process that, okay, so if it was a human civilization that operated on the right side up, everything would look so different. Everything would look so different because uh, I was just about to say, because benevolence is able to get a hold of things and max things out instead of what is malevolence. is usually it's just like it's the difference between love doing something and then fear doing something. Fear is always contracting. It gets the least expansion on things. It's going to not do it rather than do it, kind of a thing. You don't know what I mean, but and then love is the opposite. It expands. It's never failing. It's not going to chance out. It's really going to know the value of putting a little more in, and it just doesn't fail. Fear always fails. It's just failure anyway. So anyway, thanks for listening to all this. I hope you get it. That this a little bit of the efforts is to. It takes a long time, but not if your lifespans are being shortened, and they are. All you have to do is communicate now, and just a little bit goes a long way. Let somebody know. No, this is the possibility, babes. Don't maim yourself if you're confused about your gender. I would love to tell you a story about me, um, and I don't want to. I don't know. It's just it's weird. It's like okay, so I mean, don't I look like a great transvestite, right? Huh? No. But see, here's the thing. Now, I want to tell you, like, didn't you know that he isn't she isn't he? Sorry, it's not like that, babes. It's he isn't she. No, see, never is it she isn't he. No, it's not. See, he is he, and that's a loner right there. That's the poor thing. You know, you can be in hell with that. You need to heal with it. How's your health with just a he there? You know, I find it interesting this, and then whatever you stop saying hello to people, especially writing it. I look at that and I say, oh, why do I have to be greeted with hell? Say this, and we will. You'll see. But you see, EWE, we need to start the trend. You have to know how to start trends. See, you don't know that I start trends. Okay. Um. Sorry, I lost my train, but I'll get it back. What I'm trying to do is help heal myself right in front of you. This is an hour of some trippy video. Tomorrow I am getting help from, I hope it's not the enemy, but it is if, let's see, I don't want to be around people that they don't grow. We're not growing together. Like that there's no sense of a reason why we're in each other's lives. Like we don't communicate anything. Like you can just see this like, oh, so you're a, you're uh, using me for a different reason that if I see I get a little taste of it and a glimpse of it, I'm like, no. I know that I'm older now, and a lot of people would think that it doesn't matter, but it's like, no, it matters the most now. You have to communicate um, something that worked for you all of your life. Like, did you accomplish anything? Well, I don't know about accomplishment. I mean, why would you think that the truth is your accomplishment? What you've accomplished is surrendering to it and obeying in such a way that now if you can communicate it back to somebody, like this is my sexist. Sorry, it's not sexist. Sexist. Or is it success? Good question, because there's a lot of what seems like a very depressing society out there, really, right? I think it's cute, right? I mean, fine, cool, but it just does not look very, is it sexy? Now, here's what I noticed. I'll take another 5 minutes or so, which is really, this is another fucking 3 hour seminar. I can't believe how much time it's going to take. I was going to tell you, it's like, no, it takes like hundreds of years. It'll take 100 years if we do it right. But it's possible to never hit it. And just, it is. And then it's possible to take 500 years. It's possible to do it like in an instant, though. It really is. It's possible to do what is called make it go viral. It's just, we're going to see that. We're going to see people waking up. Like the next day, they're going to go, I don't know how I know what I know, but I know this. And then what do I need to do now? Oh, type it? Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think I should open a channel. Why is that? Well, you've become a channel. You're supposed to do this. It's like geared for this time. And but systematically, you have malevolence out there. Get out of here. Um, who says whatever you do, don't let that happen? Let's turn it into a car commercial place and let's really get into. Let's go to the moon and attack Iran and fucking go over here and there and just woo! Why? Because something very simple could get out and it's terrible. Did I ever remember what it was? Fuck. You wouldn't believe how fucking trippy it is being chosen and then experiencing the systematic attack and yeah, it's the most exciting movie you could ever watch. Pay $11 to watch it. Now, um, this thing that I was about to try to explain that would have taken another 2 or 3 hours just escaped me. Sorry about that. But but it's like equations and um, facets of being human that is being lost. What I mean is delicacies, maybe passages and whatever it is, it's being lost. And if we don't say something and raise our voice, even if it's through all of this abuse and how shaky we can get, you have to, yeah. And so that's what I've done here today. Um, Weird day, but it's like, well, if you don't notice after a while, if you're my enemy, whatever you throw at me, I'm going to use it to structure who I'm going to be later. I didn't just say thank you for making me who I am. No, I have the capacity to alchemize, and I catch your crap, and I go, oh, I can use it to build my thing better. But see, the thing is why do I have to pay for that? I can make you pay for that because you seem to want some. You have a awesome way of saying, I think you should improve. Why don't you prove that you can improve also? I mean, what is this fucking contest? You have no authority over other people. Never should you give yourself the right. You should try to be more understanding. If you possibly can, raise them up into the vibrational frequency of your achievement of love. If you are not higher in vibrational frequency and more achieved than that person, then you won't be able to do that. Yeah, that's what we experience. See, it's either that or it's like this. We just keep looking at each other like nobody hears the word yes within the first 30 seconds of the conversation. You just consider nobody says the word love within the first 30 seconds of the very first conversation. Nobody says the word God and says yes and really within the first 30 seconds of conversation, if you don't hear those words, you're gonna stay kind of, yeah. No, that's, see, now if you want to know who your friend is, I'll close this down saying this, because there's two types that you need to know. If you're confused about if your ally is there as a warrior, you're a warrior, right? And you know this. Otherwise, there's a soldier there, and they just take orders. See, the warrior is surrendered. It's different than taking orders. Surrender to God. So anyway, your friend, warrior, you might not know who, but how do you tell? Well, within the first 30 seconds, they say the word yes, but really they say the word God, they'll say the word love, and they say yes a lot. That's how you know that a friend is there. That's how you know that your friend is there. It's not the enemy. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know if you know that, but no, this is the movie that you're in. You just kind of keep, like, oh, this person, do they have a satisfying emotional experience to bring to you at all? Like, what is it? It's pretty much just like put that line, be stand. You can't help it. It's energetic anyway. They don't have to say um, that that they're dangerous or anything. because their vibration, you didn't hear the word God, you didn't hear the word love, and you don't feel a yes there a lot. Oh, you're not gonna really be leaning in and say, hey, let's go. Sure, no, I get it. No, no, it's like this. Like you can wave, but there's a line. So you have an invisible boundary, and the enemy is always on their side. It's a toxic garden. Never should you go over there and negotiate. You will not win in the toxic garden of their crap. They want you to be dragged into it, and they would like to get you all muddy. It's the same as going to play with the pigs in the mud. Um, See, you as warrior, you have your sword. You have your swords together. Words. That's all you have, by the way. That's all you have. And check out the way that now I would like to close this out for the enemy who's spying, most likely. This is what's going to be known more and more. We can just get our words together. Get your sword together, shine them up, give them shiny. See, I'm holding your swords right now, and I'm waiting to you. I have used many swords, right? They are yours. Don't you see your sword? Don't you want to grab it? Hey, come on, warriors, come out and play. See, I'm beckoning. I have this. I'm sharpening your sword. I'm sharpening your words. Now, back to the enemy and how that well, you know that there's a problem like profuse if freedom of speech is going out the door. um, it's obvious. Only wrongdoers are sending people to jail just because they said something. That's obvious. A kid can figure that out. They're wrongdoers, and so they want to shut somebody up, and so they use a prosthetic to get it done. They don't know how. It's pretty. It's obvious. And we're gonna be able to expose that more and more as we go on into the year, because humanity is just doing that. And it's weird how it's like, well, I almost feel myself doing that. It's very difficult to stand up for yourself when you're experiencing either trying to get over trauma or you're traumatized. You're being traumatized, and it's very dangerous. And so, thanks for listening to this. I'm okay. Are you okay? How do you like that fucking speech about did you get the gist about the man climbing the ladder? Now, see what you need to think about, and I'll take another 3 hours to tell you how weird the civilization is now. Now, if you don't notice it, fucking get out of here. I'm talking to people that know that there's like things can be done differently. Maybe you experience like 0.02% of the possibility. Maybe you were that possibility. Well, have you noticed the systematic deleting that's trying to happen to you? Well, how do you save yourselves? Get on social media, open up a channel, start communicating. Go through the gauntlet. Just know that you're safe. Fear not. Fear not, my friends. Yeah, I didn't just say run face first into a meat grinder, but boy, isn't life feeling that way anymore, kids. If you do finally decide to do that, which is a very willful kind of like I will willfully live and I will willfully die, um, publicize it. I mean, if that one guy, David Wilcock, actually did kill himself, he would have publicized it in front of the courthouse, don't you think? Like, oh, by the way, out of it all, I'm having financial troubles, and I want you to know that I love Jesus Christ. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey, 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 another. Will you fucking women tone it down a bit? Just tone it down a bit. Just a little tiny bit. Learn to suck a dick. It's great. There I go again. Another movie.